A very good evening and welcome back to Saturday on Rorto. You can like us or subscribe on YouTube. Cheers everyone. I'm having to have a stiff gin and tonic after watching that England performance, which was abysmal. Two teams coming up who play much more free-spirited rugby, organised but more free-spirited, and not rugby like by algorithms like England do under Borthwick. That was just shocking. So you've got three people who've been there and done it, Dallaglio, Woodward and Wilkinson, standing there, all three of them being asked very specific questions by Mark Pougatch, and all of them unequivocally saying basically England need to completely change their approach to the game. Woodward was asked straight whether Ford or Farrell, if Ford and Farrell can be on the pitch together, and he said no. So what's going to happen next week? Is Borthwick going to stay tin-eared, or is he going to listen to the people who've been there and done it? I don't know about you as an England fan, other England fans out there, but as an England fan, I was cheering Samoa on in that last breakaway with a minute and a bit to go. And but for two try-saving tackles, very good defensive tackles from England, the second one from Danny Kerr, Samoa would have won that game. A team who's only played 15 international matches since the last World Cup, and most of those against invitational teams, only 2 games I think against tier 1 teams. And so having won the ball back with 50 seconds to go, the only way Samoa can win the game is if they get the ball back. What do England do? They box kick the ball to them. And okay, so it's a very good Danny Kerr box kick, but it still gives the ball back to Samoa. That was the only way they could have won the game. It's absolute lunacy. And Borthwick, you know, as a Gloucester fan, I'm not keen on Bath, obviously, not very keen on Watford either, because they financial cheats. But I really liked him as a player, apart from having played for those two teams. As a coach, you know, it's rugby by algorithms, as I was saying on earlier predictions and analysis for the day's fixtures. And it's just not good enough. It's not what England fans want to see. It's not England's route to success. It's easy for me to say that as an armchair warrior, but I'm sure a lot of you are thinking that as well. But the people who've been there and done it are saying the same thing. So Borthwick, I wish he'd listened to people and changed the MO of the team. Farrell probably shouldn't even be on the bench, let alone starting. We need to start with Ford, Tuolangi and Marchant. Tuolangi is much improved as a 12, but he's not a 13. And that's done to accommodate Farrell. Too many players out of position, get Stewart back at full-back. The list goes on. But Borthwick, it really is painful, but that's his way. That's how he won with Tigers, how he won the Premiership. And Sweeney, I was not particularly complimentary about earlier, but him, really, I wouldn't wish death on anybody, but I really hope the flies of 1,000 camels infest his bumhole and he gets a really horrible itch. Sorry, Bill, but I mean, I'd hang around talking a good game if I was earning 700,000 quid a year, but he needs to go, and so does Ilube, and whoever comes in needs to start caring about the community game, the grassroots, and giving people a pathway, which simply doesn't exist at the moment. Anyway, cheers. Here's to gin, and here's to Ireland. Great team, but I really hope Scotland beat them and knock them out, because my kids are Scottish, half Scottish, whatever, and I love the way Scotland play rugby. But it's going to be a great game, that you can guarantee. And with England being one of the 2 starting teams in a game of rugby these days, you can kind of guarantee it's not going to be a good game. So come on, England, let's play rugby like the Fijians do next week, and it'll be a really good spectacle. Fiji are the team to take the most from today's game, because they will go into next week. They were going to have a go at us anyway and just all-out attack, but they'll take a lot of confidence from England's performance today and their lack of on-field game management and situational awareness. You're watching Rorto. Subscribe or like us or hate us on YouTube. Cheers.